Welcome to Analog to Stereo, where we talk about music, video games, and this week we are talking about movie tie-in games. I am your host, Axion2, and I am with...
Yoshio Toast.
So, was this really easy for you?
Well, I'd already started. As soon as I'd decided on it, I started like chipping away at it. And then because there wasn't like loads where you're like, oh yeah, I'll just like rank them. I thought I'm not going to do a top 10.
Oh, I didn't rank mine, but then I was like went through like my memory of what games.
Yeah, that's what I did.
What games, and then like I was sat there going, oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one was a fun game. I think I did put a few which are considered bad.
Oh yeah, that's Garrett. I think most of them are, aren't they?
Well, they've got better in the last few years, I reckon.
I was thinking like there isn't any. I was like, what are like the recent ones? I don't think there is any.
Trying to think now, because there has been a few that's got released,
Yeah.
and they've closed on Steam, so.
No, it's
I
like
can't use that. But like during like GameCube, PS2,
yeah.
was when it was all just like shovelware.
Oh yeah.
Just let's make a quick quid here.
Well, one of mine, I might even do it first because it's on that website.
Oh yeah.
I'll send you the link now before we before we get into it. So yeah, and then the other thing what I did do is I was trying to. I didn't do it for every game, but I was trying to figure out if the game used like original music or it used the movies.
Yeah.
Music or not.
I think back in like PS2, they couldn't really get that, so they always had to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, some of them did though, to be fair.
I just sort of went down like my more memory of games, and
Yeah, I think I played every single one of them.
but oh yeah, there's one game I definitely haven't played because I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, there's a few like that.
Yeah, definitely didn't play that one either. Yeah, but I think like most of the horror movie tie-in games have all been horrors. Like you've had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is like a Dead by Daylight clone. Obviously Friday the 13th game. Did Scream get a game?
I know Ghostface has been on like a few games.
I know it was in Dead by Daylight, but
It was in Mortal Kombat as well, wasn't it?
yes.
It's just the last one on that one.
Yeah. So obviously we can sort of say I feel like we've got one song the same. Oh no, well, I think it's same game but different console. So yeah, so do you want to start then?
Yeah, do the one on that other website. Saves us going back and forth. So, if you remember the Fantastic Four game, I think it was on PS2. Oh, it's there. GameCube, PS2, Windows, and Xbox. And it was just a clone of X-Men Legends.
Yeah.
Which was an absolute sick game. So it was a good game, but it was like...
Was it just the main title you wanted?
I think it was Damage Control I picked, but there was a few decent ones. And I also laughed at... Actually, I know, just... So it's like... It's decent game music, but it is quite like generic, which is to be expected, really.
Yeah, all movie tie-in games I found were just dead generic.
Yeah. Go back to the list again. I thought the museum one was hilarious. Just because of how like it's like proper going for it, and it's a museum. It's like techno, like sounds a bit like the rave off Blade, you know, the film.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of like Cyberpunk or Vampire the Masquerade. I was just saying like that fits that better than the new Vampire the Masquerade stuff.
So I was listening through it and I was like, oh, museum, I wonder if it'll be like, you know, just like string sections or whatever. And I was like, whoa, dude. It's like, you could probably flip that on like the background of Doom or something.
Yeah, you could put it on Doom. You know where it'd fit really well? Cyberpunk 2077. Just walking down the street.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty bad boy, that. But the whole soundtrack was
I think
decent.
I feel like I have played this game
You
before.
would have done. Our uncle had it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like I say, it was just, if you've never played X-Men Legends, sick game. Basically, you pick 4 characters. Obviously, this game you was stuck to the 4 characters.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you could unlock.
Silver Surfer.
No, there was a Silver Surfer game.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The soundtrack was crap. Like compared to this one, it was really bad. This game, I wasn't sure if they used anything off the film. I know I think there was a Game Boy one, and it uses like the Human Torch theme. I didn't realise the Human Torch had a theme, but I noticed on like a few different videos it'd be like the Human Torch theme.
Oh, hey. So I'll put one of, if not during like the PS2 era, one of the best movie tie-in games, The Warriors.
I would say that this is probably one of the best couch multiplayer games as well. It was sick. No cross screen. And also robbing car stereos was hilarious on it as well.
So, if you don't know The Warriors, it's a fantastic film. And this didn't come out with the film, but it's based on the film. And you're just basically a gang of mates, aren't you? Versus other gangs. You go into their territory, beating the shit up, and then you run away.
I'm glad it was Rockstar who made it though, because like, I think you've said it before, they just do like open areas really good.
Yeah.
So like you could just bump into like random gangs or the police, or it'd come up saying, "Oh, rob this car stereo. You need X amount of money to go into this bit."
One thing I noticed about the Warriors soundtrack though, it's very horror coded. It's all very like moody, dark.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it's New York. It might not be New York, but it's basically like.
Is it Coney Island?
Yeah, possibly, but it's like it's a little bit dystopian, I'd say, because it's literally just overrun by gangs, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Let me just try and find another one.
Well, yeah, and then they had like other game modes on it as well. Like they had like an arcade one, what was like a side scroller, similar to what they call like Streets of Rage and stuff like that. They were sick. And do you remember like the rooftop run levels as well?
Yeah.
Like you'd just be like legging it and jumping through windows and stuff. They were so good. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like very how would you describe it now?
It's just very moody.
Yeah. Can't think what the word is for it. What are you looking for?
For some reason, the videos aren't loading. Oh well. And also, I forgot to do that. Whoops. Yeah. So yeah, that's just one of my like go-to memory games for movie tie-in games. I absolutely adore The Warriors. I still think it's one of the best movie tie-in games.
Yeah, it's so good.
So next for you,
Just go from the top one.
oh right, okay.
So I don't know if anyone's ever played this, but this is definitely, as a kid, this was the only stage theme that I ever heard, because it was so difficult. You could either pick, I think it's Grant off the first film, do you know, like the fossil guy.
Yeah.
And basically, it's just a side scroller. But you could also pick the Raptor as well, which was definitely the best stage, but even still it was really hard. You just get mowed down or like killed by bigger dinosaurs. But yeah, some of this isn't the best song off the soundtrack actually. There's some decent ones on it. And I also noticed that, because I think there's a SNES version. There's like a few different console versions of it, and everyone has a different soundtrack. I'm assuming it's like the different bits or whatever they had to make the music on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So this is one game I haven't played, and I found it randomly, which is the Little Nicky on the Game Boy Color. And I tell you what, this soundtrack's so good.
I had never heard of this. Obviously, I've seen the film millions of times.
All of the soundtracks, I think, are based off an actual metal song. Because if I boot up another one, little Nicky GBC OST.
So was it only on the GameCube? Game Bar.
Yes. I don't know why.
Chud Rock. Sazawa.
Helmet. Why does it go so hard? It's such a good soundtrack. Back to Hell. It's just like all like metal. It's so funny. But yeah, I'm gonna guess it's a Game Boy game, so it's gonna be a platformer in some way. But I thought it'd be worth mentioning because I didn't even know it had a game. I thought like the film was a flop.
No, I don't know. I love the film.
Oh, the film's great. Is it Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Is from hell into, and he's like this awkward person. And the one scene I always remember is when he's asleep next to the dog, and the dog just goes.
I think he's asleep on the radiator anyway with his coat on. He's always dead cold. Yeah, definitely a random one that. I'll go with GoldenEye next. We had to put GoldenEye in there. So this wasn't the song that I was going to pick originally, but then somebody in the comments put, did Young Jeezy sample this for Soul Survivor? And I was like, I wonder what Dean thinks it does as well. It's like the...
Yeah. But yeah, GoldenEye on the N64 was fucking fantastic game.
Yeah, I think I said on the N64 episode, it's definitely the best soundtrack what uses just the same song throughout. Like, I don't think any other game has pulled it off like nearly as well as it.
No. Well, you've got to like remember though, without GoldenEye, FPSs wouldn't be a thing.
Right.
Because this is the game where developers looked at FPS and went, oh, is if we get rid of the Z thing and put it on another analog stick? Because obviously after N64 everything started having two analogs, and then you just went, could we move the gun? Oh my god! And then like Call of Duty, Battlefield started popping off, and now FPS is where it is today because of this game. However, the best thing is playing GoldenEye with your mates, all having a few beers and just having a slap fight.
Oh, yeah.
apart from when the one person's our job and you can't hit him. You're like, fucking hell!
Yeah, I always thought it was hilarious because the character they made him really small, and it's the wrong person who should be small because he's quite big in the films. I can't remember what the small one's called. The other thing I did notice about GoldenEye is that a lot of the songs have like a bit of a motif from the start of the GoldenEye film.
Yeah.
You know, like the doom.
Yeah.
Like that's in so many, and then obviously it's the James Bond theme arranged.
Yeah. So, well, we've already talked about it. Well, I've mentioned it. Friday the 13th, the recent one, which I think's now been taken down.
All right.
They banned out of licensing. But yeah, again, it's just its theme, but a little bit more ramped up. And if you've ever played this game, it is the most unfair game in the world. Because Jason is well overpowered. But however, if you have watched the films or anything, he is just overpowered anyway. Like, you'd be sat in a house doing whatever. you'll leave, and he'll just pop up in front of you. Just go, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm dead. As soon as he grabs you, you're dead. It's one of those, but some of the kills are well funny. And it's like as Jason walking about the woods and everything, and off in the distance, you just hear, I've got the car battery, what have you got? I've got the keys. Right, okay, we just need petrol. And you just sit there watching them in the tree lines and just follow them. Like, it's so funny when one of them just turns around and goes,
he's coming.
I don't think he's good at hiding. It's like the meme of like the trying to hide behind a lamppost.
Oh, right.
It's just there like like people have done like role play on it and stuff like that,
right.
like trying to be the characters, and it's well funny of just Jason there like, oh, I'm Jason, I don't really have to role play anything, and you just say, Becky, you bitch. And it's just like fucking but it's like when random stuff happens, it's the best when you just hear Jason just go just start laughing. I hope they bring this game back or do a new one, because yes, it was unfair, but it was so much fun of just the absolute horror you got when Jason appeared. So like, I'll hide under a bed so he knows I'm in the house, but he doesn't know where. And then you realise you're in the house with the only hiding point is the bed. And it's just like, ah, shit. I fucked up.
I remember one of the films, one of the kills, what he does. I think they're like camping or like in like some hut, and she's in like a fold out bed. He just folds it in half like that, snaps her up.
But yeah, Friday the 13th was a great game. I think pretty much every YouTuber has played it with everyone at this point. But yeah, it's fucking well fun. And also the soundtrack is actually really good, because it's just like ripped from the film. There's all the different Jasons as well in it. So it's got all the different themes as well. And it's just really dynamic as well of, oh, you know, it's like the sound of twig snapping into, I'm gonna die.
I'll do Shrek 1 and 2, but play, well, it doesn't matter which one. Just play a bit of both.
Alright.
So I think, from what I was reading, I think this is like a real song, but I couldn't figure out what it was. So this is the theme for Puss in Boots. So
Puss in Boots is the best character in Shrek.
Yeah, this is actually quite decent, but yeah, I was trying to find what like the actual song was, but I couldn't.
Is it a flamenco?
Yeah, it's one of them sorts, isn't it? And then the rest of it is either video game versions of like All Star and stuff like that. And then I picked another song from Shrek 1, and it just to show how generic like the music was and the rest of the game. No, nothing too.
Oh, it just reminded me of the Nightmare Before Christmas game on the PS2. It has one song in it. Can you guess what song it is?
What's this? What's this?
This is Halloween. Oh. This is Halloween. Halloween.
And that's on the PS2. What?
And it plays as like God of War.
Oh, sounds crazy. Yeah, so very generic. And then, like I say,
I think I played the first Shrek
we definitely
game.
played one of them. I think the Xbox one, I'm sure our uncle bought it on the Xbox. It wasn't anything, it was just like a beat 'em up. Like, you go through stages like
I didn't like that.
What?
We just did the exact same motions at the same time. Opened the drink, add a drink, and closed it all at the same time. I was like,
Now we in sync, boys.
So yeah, it was like Shrek was more like a arena fighter, weren't?
Yeah, you just
sort of.
one of them you went through like stages, but
Yeah.
the gameplay was still the same.
Yeah.
But they were nothing. Just like you say, just
Shrek
shovelware.
2 I played. I remember now.
I think one of them was an X-Men Legends clone.
Yeah,
as well.
I think that was Shrek 2.
Yeah, but like you say, they just shovel stuff out, didn't they, at one point?
Yeah. So my next one is you know what? Talk about Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, so it's a 2D. What they called now? Stage fighter. Oh, beat 'em up. That's the one.
Oh,
Like Double Dragon, things like that. But if you've seen the film, this is more. The film was based off the game, but it still counts because the game came out first. But everyone loves the pixelization, the whole graphics of it, and obviously it got that big. They made the film, and I actually really enjoyed the film.
I've not seen it. It's one of them, where you're like, oh yeah, I need to watch that, and you just don't.
But all the music's like the sort of callback to the GBA, even with the graphics and the music as well. They tried to reproduce the GBA sounds or Game Boy Color or whatever, and then go, right, how can we turn this into a fun little beat? And so everything about it's just dead fun.
It reminds me of arcades as well.
Yeah.
Very not. I don't know how to say it. They have nice beeps and boops, don't they,
Yeah.
in the arcade? I'm gonna have to look into what that is called.
The nice beats and
when
boops.
say you walk into an arcade, and you always hear that noise.
You do, the one noise I always remember hearing at arcades is House of the Dead, or the sound of the Uzi getting rattled because you have to do it to get out of. It's...
Oh, Dance Revolution!
Boom, boom, boom! Dance!
And then you always hear coins, don't you, falling somewhere.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I think everyone knows what Scott Pilgrim is. It's a great game. I know it's quite hard to get, actually.
Right.
But I love it. The soundtrack just fits it to it. Well, the whole aesthetic just fits it. Because the whole storyline's very video gamey anyway. Of got a girlfriend and now needs to go and defeat her exes. and and it's so stupid, the story, but it works with the art style and the direction they went. But it's such a good game.
Just go down. So the first Disney game, there was pretty much a Disney game of every single game.
Yeah.
I picked this song. It wasn't my favourite, but it was off the PS1 demo. I don't think you was allowed to play half of the Athens stage. Not
Yes.
sure if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
The PS demo games were the best one. They just
Yeah.
bashed them no matter how. You always got to one bit and then it cut off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the fun. For some of the other songs, they were game versions of some of the songs, as you'd expect.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
they
feel
did it-
like I actually had this game.
possibly, yeah. And yeah, just like a fun soundtrack. Funny thing is, I was listening to this soundtrack the other day, and I was in my car, and some guy just stopped in front of me, put his reverse lights on. So I was like, "What are you doing?" And there was a car right behind me, so I thought, "Well, I can't go anywhere." And he started proper giving it out, and so I just shouted at him. I was like "I'm not a mind reader," and I was like, "Fancy giving me road rage whilst I'm listening to the Hercules soundtrack? What's wrong with you?"
No, I definitely had this game because I remember as a kid, Hercules was my favourite Disney film
it was so
for a
fun.
while. Because Hercules is just sick, and then I like how it's still carried on, but in different ways. As now he's just seen as the perfect, strong, good guy, and reading and watching records of Ragnarok, seeing how they transformed him and put him to fight against Jack the Ripper.
Oh, it's so good that.
They're that matchup is so good.
Yeah, that was definitely the. I remember watching the first season of that, and you could tell the budget was low on it, And then when you get to season 2, it was like, oh, they put money into it.
Yeah.
And I think it was that fight was the first one.
Yeah, because they announced the fight at the end of
Yeah.
season 1, and that's when I started texting you, going, "Oh, this is where it gets good. This is where it gets good."
Yeah, it was sick. Such a good set. I wonder when they're doing the next bit of that.
I feel like they've announced it.
I think
Yeah, no, they definitely announced season 3. I need to catch up with the manga. I've not read it. I think I've got 6 volumes.
Go on then, what's your next game?
My next game. Do I do? Oh, go on then. Wallace and Gromit.
It's keeping it with the horror games.
Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's just very Wallace and Gromit. However, yeah, it's just such a weird. I started listening to it, and I was just there like, why is everything happy? Like, even like during like the fights and stuff, it's still happy music.
Yeah.
I'm just there like, what the fuck? But I was also a big Wallace and Gromit fan, and I remember playing this game and I beat it, and it weren't the worst game. It weren't great by any strands of the imagination, but it was playable. You know, even as a kid, it didn't get boring. And I think that's just because of the Wallace and Gromit art style of like that. Is it claymation?
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see it work in a video game, and I know a couple of games have done claymation now.
Yeah.
But,
It's making me depressed that it's 2005.
yeah.
I was just looking at it and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's so sad. That the Wallace and Gromit studio are doing like a Pokemon series. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It actually looks pretty funny.
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
I don't think it's out yet. It's either next year or the year after. I'm sure it was like a really long time. But the bit had like Surfetch, and it's just like one of their voices. I was like, that's so funny. He's just like, oh.
You know, 100% one episode, you're just going to hear, choose.
Yeah. But yeah, someone's going to be upset. Like Snorlax just goes, choose.
Yeah. You know they're going to throw that in. But yeah, that's just one I remembered playing and just went, yeah, it weren't awful, but
Just like a generic. A lot of the movie tie-in, like, well, we said it before, didn't we? Like this era, they were very generic.
yeah, there was either a 2D platformer or like a collectathon, but they didn't really add anything to the genre. They sort of just went, Banjo-Kazooie's a fun game.
Yeah.
Let's just take that and replace Banjo-Kazooie with Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of games like Looney Tunes and stuff like that was similar to that.
Yeah.
Or they just copy like Gex. It'd basically just be Gex. With,
I tell one of the best Looney Tunes games I played. It's not a movie tie-in. Was it like a wolf in sheep's clothing or something?
Oh yeah, Sheepdog and Wolf.
Yeah,
that was
Sheep-
a sick game. That
That's the one.
maybe we should do like a similar to this, but of games based off of like other media
Our
characters.
franchises. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. That I've just remembered a movie game.
That means
as
we
well,
can talk about the Bleach games.
Um,
Also, I need to buy the arena fighter for that. It's supposed to be really good.
Is it out? Yeah, I think
Rebirth
it came out
of
on
Souls.
Switch recently. I might be imagining that, but there was another Looney Tunes one, the Back in Action game.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a demo as well. I've completely.
I think
forgot about that.
might be my next door neighbour had it because I remember playing it. I also would, you know, when you said we could use talk about one based off other stuff, would Kingdom Hearts fall into that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's not
I'd
like
say so,
based
yeah.
off anything, but it uses obviously the Disney's IPs and Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it'd just be a very long segment.
So this is all the games, and we can't talk about any other franchises.
We can't play any of the music, but I'll just keep it Disney and go Aladdin next. So this soundtrack was actually sick. This is the Sega one. Oh, the Genesis one. So this was similar where there was the SNES had like a complete different soundtrack.
Hey.
And there was another console. Was it like an Amiga or something like that? Had you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of the Amiga. I thought that was before.
Well, that had a version of this.
Oh,
as well.
right.
And that had a different soundtrack. And then they had a Game Boy one, what like used bits of. It must have been the ones what they could recreate the most easiest on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
So it used like bits off them all. But they all had like one or two. What was like Sega versions of like the main songs off Aladdin, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game is just like another
What's the
platformer.
first stage? The da 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 da.
One of them was,
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one it was, but
See, I would have tried singing it, but I can't remember the lyrics.
Prince Ali, Ali Bassi,
Yeah.
Ali Ababa. My daughter's going through an Aladdin phase. So I
Also,
was laughing as she was watching it. I was like, "Oh yeah, the Aladdin game."
and to be fair as well, I really liked Aladdin as a kid as well. I thought that was sick.
Yeah, they were bangers when we were younger. Proper bangers.
Right, I'm going to talk about a bad game. Van Helsing.
This was a sick film, to be fair.
But yeah, it's, as you can see, a typical, like, stage fighter, arena fighter, where you do one fight, move on, fight another thing, fight on. Very basic. I picked this as well, but it was really bad. And also, as you can tell, the music's just generic.
Wield 8 deadly weapons. Wow.
Remember when that there was like a selling point? Deliver spectacle kill moves, battle legendary creatures.
Yeah, that bit's not bad.
But the music is just so generic. It doesn't fit like the vampire theme at all.
Yeah, it sounds very like marchy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's more like army, like
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, or I'm trying to think of like another what's the Dynasty Warriors strategy game called? Was it like
Tactics.
No,
Dynasty Tactics. Oh, Keshin.
yes. It's more like that sort of music when you're marching, and
Yeah.
it doesn't fit the
Should be
vampire.
horror coded, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like overtly horror coded, definitely.
Or like try to think of like vampire things. It's normally like strings, and because vampires are always seen as like class, aren't they? Like nobles and stuff like that.
Mm.
Apart from when you get into Vampire the Masquerade, but that doesn't matter. But it's always like high noble vampire things, and this one it just seems like, right, we're going to war. What against?
Just one guy.
Yeah.
Evil has one name to fear.
But yeah, the game was actually awful. The controls did not work. Oh yeah, that was one of my bad games. I have another one coming up.
I'll pick the Spider-Man, the movie, the game. So, a lot of the soundtrack, it was just like intense string bits. I think it worked quite well in the game, but to listen to it was just absolutely crap. And I'm not sure what they've used off the film. Do you know when you just listen, you're like, yeah, this is definitely like movie coded. So I just picked the one what was one of like the main bits what we used to play, and it was the bowling one. Just like the mini game. Well, it's basically just like a generic elevator music sort of thing.
It doesn't remind me of bowling.
Nothing too fancy, but
If I went bowling and they played that, I'd be sort of like, can you put something else on, please? Something a bit more fun.
So yeah, that was just a quick one.
Was Spider-Man the one where you couldn't... Spider-Man, the movie, the game, was that the one where you couldn't go onto the floor? It was like rooftops only.
I think so, yeah. Well, you could walk around when you'd go into, like, you'd land on a building, and then sometimes you'd go in and the stage would be inside the building.
Yeah.
But when you was in the city, you just constantly went like that. So I don't even know if there were cutscenes. I remember the second one.
The second one was great.
Sick.
Yeah, because the first one there was just no floor at all. It was always high up above like inside buildings or on roofs.
Yeah.
And then second was the one where they like free roam it, and that game was so much fun. It just boom. Up there, Spider-Man going 500 mile an hour.
Yeah, I didn't have time to listen to Spider-Man 2, so that was why I picked that.
I'm going to save that one. Oh, you know what? Horror game. Saw. This actually manages to get a really good thing by, like, for Saw. It's intense, it's that horrifying thing. I know the game was fucking shocking.
Yeah, I remember it coming out there, just like, do you know, when you're just like, I'm not that interested in that.
I will say a lot of the soundtrack was boring as fuck. Most of it was like ambience and things like that.
Yeah.
But even like the timer music isn't great, but they managed to get like some Saw elements in there with like the high pitched noises and stuff like that.
I like that you just slated the soundtrack and the composer has proudly put his name on it.
It wasn't, yeah. Saw isn't the video game.
What is it, just mini games, but horror coded mini games? That's what I assumed it was.
No, if I remember, it was a little bit like Manhunt.
Alright.
But without like all the gruesome killing bits. And someone would run at you, you just start hitting them and kill them, and then you'd have like go into a room with someone with like an iconic Saw trap on it,
Right.
and then you have to do a mini game to help
Do you know
them
what
out.
would have been sick? Do you know, like theme park simulator games?
Yeah.
But you're making the rooms for Saw, like you make the games and
Oh,
then,
your
like, try and
Jigsaw.
get people to come in.
Your Jigsaw.
Or they could have like an action bit where you've got to go out and capture somebody, or
You know what? Since they've done like the Walking Dead VR game, I want them to do a Saw VR game of like sat there like your
a
ankles.
4D one.
But yeah, like tight, like your legs sat tied up, and you sat there like, I don't want this phantom pain.
You just stand up and just flop over.
Because like if you played VR, you know it tricks your brain so well, and even that little split thing of, this is not going to feel nice in my brain. My brain's not going to like this. But yeah, again, it was one of those where they could have done something really cool, but instead they just went, well, let's just do a generic game, and then let's do the puzzle where you save someone from one of the traps. Yeah, that'll do, right? Called it, ship it. Jobs are good. And yeah.
Movie slop.
Yeah, basically. This is 100% just movie slot.
What have I got left? I'll do Fight Club next.
I didn't even realise this had a game.
Yeah. It was actually a pretty good and hard fighting game.
Online broadband only.
Oh. There was a normal, unless it was online, but I remember we did play it. Oh, my brother had the Xbox one. But the soundtrack was like very as edgy as you'd think Fight Club soundtrack could be. Like, so I picked like the most generic one on it because they have like Limp Bizkit songs on it. But Fred Durst was unlockable on it.
Was this the era where like Fred Durst was in every game?
It was around that time, yeah.
Because he was also in a wrestling game,
He was
weren't
in
he?
wrestling. He was in quite a lot of things. But I used to like the character who Meatloaf played. He's like that big, massive fat guy.
Yeah.
He was the best. You just run into just like bang. Yeah. So I assumed a lot of the soundtrack was off the film because some of the views would have like millions of views on them. I was like, I'm not even touching that. Yeah, that was a random one.
Well, I'll get the very worst game. Fuck it. This one is E.T.
Ah, the Atari killer.
Not just the Atari killer, the game that caused the video game collapse. Yes, listen to its all chunkiness. we don't need to talk. Everyone knows the story about E.T., but I thought it had to be mentioned as it's probably one of the most famous
at least a game as it definitely is.
Video game in overall. Is this game nearly killed gaming until Nintendo saved us?
Fuck you, E.T.
Yeah. No one likes E.T., but a proper one all day. Oh, go on then. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
So have you got this off the PlayStation game or the Xbox one?
I'm not too sure. I've just put it in.
Yeah, because
And it's loading. There we go. Oh,
this is off the film. Yeah. So I've done Lord of the Rings myself. I did all 3 of them.
But this game, I absolutely bashed.
These are some of the best. Or the second 2 are like some of the sickest hack and slashes going, aren't they?
Yeah,
it was so fun.
I feel like I played Legolas the most because I
was a Legolas stan, I think.
Yeah, I love Legolas.
Legolas.
Fuck yeah! Yeah, Return of the King was a great, yet again, co-op multiplayer game.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was actually difficult at times as well. I can't remember who you played.
Probably would have been Gimli at the time.
Oh yeah.
Fantasy as a kid, I was always dwarfs, no matter what it was.
For Warhammer, I was Skaven. I love the rat bastards. But then anything like high fantasy, I was always like, elves are fucking well cool. I don't know if Link had a part to play in that, but
yeah, maybe. So the soundtracks, like the main console games, I'm pretty sure most of the music is off the films. If not, it's like arranged to be similar to the films. But the Game Boy Advance one, so I put 2 of the Game Boy Advance ones on, and they're either new songs for the Game Boy. I'm assuming you can only make certain songs, but a couple of the songs are off the films in the Game Boy. But obviously, very, very, very beats and boots.
Do you remember when EA was a good company?
Oh, no, it was that long ago.
Do you remember when EA just didn't try to rip us all off all the time?
The soundtracks on the Game Boy Advance, they're very like the darker Final Fantasy ones, like Final Fantasy 4, maybe. Very similar to that. Marching.
Yeah.
They like marching ones in these film games, don't they? And then at the bottom, so there was one game, and it was quite a high effort game. So they did the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, and it's the official one. And it's completely different. It was more like a third person, not as in depth, like Morrowind, like Elder Scroll. I'm assuming it flopped because they just did like a hack and slash one for 2 towers, and then I'm assuming that did well, so they were like, we'll just do the same thing for the 3rd game. But yeah, I'm pretty sure none of the music off the films is in this game. It all sounded quite original. But yeah, sounded like a nice soundtrack, to be fair.
I watched Moist Critical try and speedrun this game.
I hated it. Like the start, I think you get a stick.
Yeah.
And you're like just attacking like giant wasps and stuff. I was like, wow, this is so boring. But the soundtrack's really nice.
If you're going to play any of the Lord of the Rings games, play Return of the King.
Or 2 Towers.
Or 2 Towers, they're great. I feel like the last one for me is King Kong.
Ooh.
I love this game as well. It's like a first person, Tomb Raider, Uncharted. Apart from obviously when you play King Kong, but I think you only play him like 3 times. The rest of it is you're just the main character. I forget what his name is. The lad going through, and they did amazing of recreating Skull Island for a video game, because everything's just like yeah, this isn't where I belong, and I have a spear, I have a gun. And like in the distance, you see like a giant monster. You're there, like,
Oh man.
yeah, this isn't gonna work.
To be fair, Peter Jackson, especially around that time, everything he did was like very high quality. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming if the game was good, he had something to do with it.
All the music though fits as well. There are a couple of just like generic slop music, but a lot of it is just, I really like this song. Or otherwise, it's, I don't want to go further because I'm gonna get eaten by a big like dinosaur or something.
Fisted by King Kong.
Have you got any more?
I've got. Oh, so we'll do the Star. Have I put Star Wars? Oh no. Oh, if you do your Star Wars
Yep.
one next, and I'll just say it now. I was gonna do the pod racing game,
Oh yeah.
but every song was off the films, and I thought definitely get a copyright strike. I think it was like what's the dual one with Darth Maul, like the really famous one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, definitely not playing that.
So the one I picked for episode 3 is just the main menu, because a lot of it was from the film, but I wanted to mention it because, yeah, a lot of people now look back at episode 1, 2, and 1 and 3 with a little bit more of, they weren't that bad.
I quite like number 2 as well.
But I'm not getting.
I
into
think
that.
it's because 7, 8, and 9 are that crap.
Yeah. But yeah, this is another great, like, the Lord of the Rings game, hack and slash, but obviously with a bit more because of the Jedi powers and things like that. But it's so fun just to play and just absolutely rip shit. And also, lightsabers are just cool. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I wish they'd done episode 2, actually. That was quite a good game, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there'll be another time for it. Who knows?
Maybe. But yeah, a lot of the music was just from the film as well, which I feel like...
I don't blame them, really.
No.
The scores for the sound... All the Star Wars game... all the Star Wars films scores are all, like, unbelievably
Yes.
good, aren't they?
100%.
Have you got any more?
No.
Is that your last one?
Yeah.
So my last... I think I'm on my last one, aren't I?
Yes.
So I was listening to this soundtrack, and I think it might be my favourite one of them all. It was so good. So it's the Die Hard trilogy. I don't know if everyone's played this or not, but it was like 3 games put into one. You had like the arcade shooting one. There was like a car one. I can't remember what it was, but this is off the car one, and I think it's when the explosion goes off and you've got to drive out of the aqueduct in the truck. No idea how you completed this. Like, this is literally the bit where we got up to and just died every time. Like, you're just driving and the water catches you up and kills you. Like, how can I do that any different? Like, what am I doing wrong? So,
I remember the only Die Hard game I played was on the GameCube. Was it Vengeance?
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then...
Oh, that'd be a movie title. I'm sure it was a Die Hard Vengeance, isn't it?
I'm not too sure. I didn't include it.
Die
But...
Hard with a Vengeance, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that the 3rd film?
I'm not too sure.
I think that's the 3rd
Yeah.
film.
But the only song I remember that is the...
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
When like you go into slow motion, that thing, you're like... "Da-da-da-da-da-da."
But yeah, the whole soundtrack is sick. I was listening to it last night and I was like, these go hard. And then we're going to do like a Christmas episode. So if you've watched the first 2 films, they're very... Like, I class Die Hard 1 as my favourite Christmas film.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna put one of the songs in my Christmas episode. It's just a great soundtrack, great game as well. If you can get it, get it.
But I feel like that's it. I can't think of many more.
Yeah, we'll just leave it open in case
We
wanna
want to
pick it
yeah.
back up. Another game might come out. You never know.
I wouldn't be
Maybe
surprised.
there might be a trend of movie games again. You never know.
I hope not. Fucking with the amount of shovelware that came out.
I think the the more than likely one is people using other IPs in it, really, for like
Yeah.
normal games.
Like as we mentioned earlier, the Looney Tunes games. What have we got? As like there's loads of other
Loads of Star Wars
aliens.
ones, aliens. So I think we'll do that as an episode at some point.
Yeah, because you'll have more things. It's kind of that's why I sort of cheated with like Scott Pilgrim, but I mean it's
It's still a tie-in.
yeah. The film used the same story. But yeah, everyone,
I hope you have a lovely week.
thank you, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.